StarTree Cloud, built on Apache Pinot, now includes more real-time data warehouse features, including pauseless ingestion, as well as email-driven query optimization. You've got to love optimized queries, and an evolvable schema as dynamic data ingest occurs. Additionally, role-based access control, really important for large-scale environments and enterprise environments. So StarTree's massive scale real-time data warehouse is finding big corporate customers. And these new features ought to attract even more. As someone who's been following StarTree for a few years, what do you make of today's release, Stephen?
Yeah, I've followed StarTree for a while. We also talked about this back in May. Overall, I think that this is a great move forward, and I think that it's really telling that StarTree has focused on the features that they have. So first off, let's talk about what's new. StarTree is a data warehouse system. It's essentially an external data warehouse in the cloud, usable for real time data. This commercial release includes a few new features. One of the big ones is pauseless consumption. In other words, the system will never stop ingesting data, no matter what happens. Well, at least that's what they say. It also includes a performance manager that tunes not just SQL queries, but also recommends configuration of the database. And it has the possibility to change the schema live, which is kind of cool. So, for example, if your APIs are start to adjust a new data type, you can actually update the schema live and then go back and sort of fix things up in the past. But you don't have to be fixed or locked into a fixed schema for the data warehouse. And of course, it has role-based access control on the table level. Which allows you to use these data warehouses in more applications. Now, all of these features, I think, tell you a little bit about StarTree and their customer base. So, for example, pauseless consumption, well, that's probably not as important in some use cases as in others. And little birdie tells me that that's pretty important in the financial services world. For example, if you're using a data warehouse like this to monitor real-time financial transactions, credit card payments, whatever. You can't just have the database pause and say, "Oh, hang on a second while I catch up." It's also interesting from a storage perspective. The way that they're doing this is essentially doing asynchronous writes and flushes, which is something that in the storage world we've been doing for a long time. But of course, there's new ideas, new concepts, and a new way to implement that in the data space. The performance manager, as I said, the thing that I was key in there is that this is not just an AI chatbot that's like looking at what you're doing and hi, I'm Clippy, can I help you out? No, instead it's saying it's trained on specifics of the configuration and the specifics of the SQL queries, and it can go back and say, you need to change this, you need to do that. This is a custom trained ML, which I really love. And I think that is a sign of what's happening next in the AI world. It's not just about chatbots and LLMs and Gen AI. The schema evolution, again, this is, I think, something that shows what customers are using this product for. They can't have a fixed schema. They need to be able to add new types to adapt to real time data sources. Role-based access control. Now, this one got me interested because my first thought was this sounds a lot like what companies are talking about with RAG applications and AI, essentially giving different people, maybe customers, maybe insiders, maybe different departments, different views of a data warehouse. Now, that's not exactly what this is all about, but I will guess that that's the next direction that StarTree is taking because it seems like every company in the data space is working on RAG integration. It would be very cool to see where they take this next, how they integrate it with enterprise AI applications as they start getting real. And I'm going to be keeping an eye out for that as well. It turns out that StarTree has a real time analytics summit coming up. And, I would love to get over there. If you are available, it's in May of 25. It's virtual, it's free to attend. We'll throw the link in here as well. So check out StarTree. Again, they continue to impress me.